I want people to be able to watch this video when they don't get that job interview, when they get that interview, but they don't get that job. Running out of money, they're running out of time, and it just doesn't seem to happen. This video is for you to keep going. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we talk about everything here in terms of getting hired in the fire service. So today we are talking about what to do when we want to quit. I can tell you from firsthand experience, this will happen in your hiring process multiple times. And the reason it happens is because whenever you're trying to get from point A to point B, it's naive to think that it's going to be just a very linear process. It's going to be peaks and valleys until you eventually reach the top. Like, in order to get to the top, it's easier to accept that that's going to be the road that you're going to have to travel. And people that accept that road are the ones that get there not only the quickest, but they get there with the least amount of pain involved, knowing that when something goes wrong, it's just part of the process. It's a lesson in life, you know, whether you're going and connecting with God, being on that journey, in a relationship with another person, you're trying to get physically healthy. This is something that you have to understand, that it's never going to be a linear journey. It's always going to be ups and downs. So this video is for you to keep going. So real quick, if you end up liking this video, hit the like and subscribe button. When you do that, not only does it help this channel, but it gets sent out to more people, meaning that more people who want to quit, more people that are on their last few days of becoming a firefighter, they might see this video and then they will continue and they will keep going and they will never quit on their dream. So every time you click that button, it makes sure that someone else in this world is not quitting on their dreams. Thank you. Let me tell you a bit about my journey and the 3 things that I relied on to keep going when I wanted to quit. Number 1, what I relied on to keep my body and mind in a good place was going to the gym and eating healthy. Kind of look at this as like an immune system thing. And I know I'm talking about being healthy, but I'm speaking metaphorically now of when you are about to get sick, right? You want your immune system to be healthy. So when that disease comes into your body, whatever it might be, your body is able to fight it off. And this is the same thing when it comes to going to the gym, eating healthy, for fighting off the doubt that comes your way, the shame, I've been doing this for 5 years. Why am I not getting hired? Why didn't I get that interview? And it says, keep going, don't quit. And people that don't keep up with their physicality, with their mindset, with their body, it's so much easier for them to fall off course when push comes to shove. You will always feel better after a workout. You'll always have a clearer mind after a workout. You'll always have a better mindset when you eat healthy at the end of the day. Through doing this, when you put yourself on a routine, on a schedule, what you are also doing is you are keeping promises that you made to yourself. That's huge, so big. There's a book, I believe it's by James Clear. I'll put the picture up here. It's called Atomic Habits. And he says, in the process of achieving any dream, every time you do something that you promise yourself you're going to do, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat healthy 7 days this week. When you do those things, you are essentially telling yourself internally that, yes, I do things and I keep my promises to myself. So when push comes to shove, you know that whatever you have to accomplish in the future, you will be able to trust yourself to do it. And he also says something else about how every time you do one little thing in your day that you said you were going to do, it's one vote up for yourself. The same thing. You train your mind through doing the physical things of saying that, yo, I will do these things. I promise myself I can handle it. So when I say I'm going to get hired, I'm going to get more interviews this year, I'm going to go for interview prep, I'm going to make the money needed to pay for all of that to get me there, you know that you can trust on yourself to actually follow through on all of your actions to do that in order to accomplish your goal. And not to mention when it comes to the physicality part of this, yes, you will perform better on your physical tests. If you have to do a treadmill test, an FPAT, a CPAT, whatever it might be, obviously if you're training physically for these tests, you will be performing much better, have a much easier time and less stress when you are further prepared for these different types of tests. You'll always be continuously getting better. So physicality, body, going to the gym, set a routine. Look up Jeremy Ether. I don't know the guy. I took his program back in the day. He's a super intelligent dude and helped me get in shape. Built by Science. I'll put it up right here so you guys have a reference of just one of the many people that you can go look up on the internet to help you get in shape. Number 2, when I was going through the process, a really big thing that I had to do and a really hard time that I had to do and go through was having a positive friend circle around me only and cutting out negative friends if this was the case. Now, when I say bad friends, what I mean by this is any friend that is not either A, encouraging you and celebrating with you when you succeed or go through any success. If they don't view your successes as their successes, that's a problem. Number two, having people that actually actively pull you away from your goals. So when you say, I can't go out at night and drink anymore, I got to prepare for physical tests, or I have to have a clearer mind. They say, oh bro, like, what are you doing? Who are you trying to be? What? You don't want to drink? We always drink. That's why we're buddies. Or you say, I want to form a closer relationship with God. I want to become better at studying. I want to prepare more. I can't go out and spend money because I need to spend that money on courses, interview prep, whatever it might be. And they ridicule you and they tell you, what the hell are you doing? It was really tough for me being on that journey of cutting those people up. It actually comes back down to the Atomic Habits book, where he says, when you put one vote up for yourself every day, you are essentially raising your self-esteem. And when you have enough self-esteem with inside of you to push those people away, to say, I don't care what you're telling me to do. You're not on the same journey that I am on, and I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to hang out with you. I'm not answering those texts, those calls. We're not going to the bar. And you stand up for yourself. That right there is when people start to just grow, and their growth is exponential. I don't fully agree when people say you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. I think it's a little deeper than that. I think you are the sum of the 5 people that you aspire to be. Let me explain what that means. If you aspire to be a firefighter and you look up and you have people in your life that are firefighters, you will become a firefighter. If you want to make more money, if you want to get in better shape, if you want to be a better husband, father, whatever it might be, and you are actively looking up to, talking to, and relating to people that are in those positions, that they have the goals that you eventually want to achieve, you will become like that person. In life, you might not always have great role models around you. You might not always have, 5 firefighters around you. You might not always have 5 guys who are ripped, in shape, good fathers, good husbands. So you say to yourself, okay, well, Joe, how do I get there if all my friends are burnouts and losers? All they want to do is smoke weed in their mom's garage. Guess what? We're at the best time in human civilization ever, where we have the thing you're watching me on right now, a phone, a computer, iPad, whatever. You have the internet, and you can go online and search up different people, different creators who are in whatever specific niche you are looking to build your personality and character in, and follow those people. Keep them close. Podcast, a YouTube channel, etc. There's some people I follow to stay close to God: Johnny Chang, Girls Gone Bible, George Jenko. When it comes to getting in shape, like I mentioned, Jeremy Ether. I follow these guys very closely on all their YouTube channels. When they pop up, when I watch them, I have some of them on my phone for podcasts. I keep their stuff running. When it comes to motivation, Eric Thomas, there's people like Andrew Tate, Tony Robbins, David Goggins, Joe Rogan, Jocko Willings. All of these guys, you could have literally running as often as you want. When you're driving to work, when you're at the gym, when you're walking home from the gym, you could have them playing on repeat in your headphones instead of listening to Kendrick Lamar's album for the millionth time. God bless Kendrick. But you could also be pushing yourself forward with all of the different inputs on the internet to help you grow. You're closer to these people. Mentally, you're closer to their messages, what they're trying to give you through social media. And because of that, you will start to in turn become like that. Now, a lot of people tell me, they say, Joe, you're so good at speaking. You're so good at speaking. I think I'm honestly not that great at speaking, but there was that one guy, Eric Thomas, who was a motivational speaker that I listened to like 10 years ago. I'd have his stuff downloaded onto my phone. And because of that, I listened to him so often when I was on the bus, when I was coming home from school, when I was at school, whatever. And I just noticed his tonality, his inflections, the way that he would shoot his voice out to reach an entire room. I was starting to become like that. And I was being able to talk like that in my friend groups, in front of my classes at school when I was presenting. And that's why people would come to me and say, you're such a good speaker. It wasn't because I had taken any speaking classes. It was because of my proximity towards those people that I didn't even know I was getting better at speaking. I just wanted them to motivate me. But in turn, a byproduct of that was I grew in terms of the way that I talk. It's the saying. They say, if you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're going to get your hair cut. That's true. If you have bad friends in your life that you do not aspire to be like, cut them out, and you say, well, I'm left alone, I'm in isolation. No, you have the internet, you have that to grow. It might not be the physical person in front of you, but bro, this is sacrifice time, this is growth time, and you need to be able to grow in your time to become that next level of you. Let go of the old you, become the new you, and that's how you do it. And number 3, probably the most important, is God. Now, when I started off my journey, I wasn't that close with God, I'll be completely honest. And it wasn't until roughly around 2019 that I started to build a relationship with God and understanding that this Bible is the way to live life. And now it doesn't matter really what your religious affiliation is. If it's not Christianity, have some sort of faith in something, whatever you believe in. And with that, it allows you to know that, remember I was talking about the peaks and valleys? Yeah, it allows you to know that it's always going to end up higher than where you were earlier on in your journey, but when you go low, you are going to go back up. And having that faith, walking in faith, walking with Jesus, walking with the people that said, yo, we died for your sins. We know you're going to make mistakes. We know you're going to go back to those old friends. We know you're going to have weak moments. We know you're going to want to quit. We know you probably are going to quit, and then maybe a year later, you're going to find your way back. You find a YouTube channel like this that makes you get back on. We know you're going to go through low moments, but you're going to rise back up after. Having that faith is necessary on this journey, wherever you get that faith from. I personally get it from the Bible, and I know that it has changed the way that I achieve any goal in my life. Whenever I feel any one of those low moments coming, something that I've learned from the Bible is acknowledge where it's coming from. That doubt, that shame, that fear, that anxiety. God doesn't give you those. God does not give you those emotions. That comes from the enemy. So acknowledge whatever negative feeling you're getting, where it's coming from. Okay, it's coming from the enemy. Get that feeling, push it away. I have another video of how Bill Burr, the comedian, taught me how to push negative emotions away when they come. Maybe I'll do another video on that later on. And number 3, lean in to God. Turn to the Bible, write a journal, get on your knees, pray to God. God, Toronto Fire didn't accept my resume. God, I failed that interview for the 3rd time. God, why can't I make this work? God, how do I get through this? And listen to what he has to say. You have to clear your mind, clear every negative path in your life that can stop. Distractions, discouragement, that's the enemy. Love, faith. That's this right here. That's the Bible. That's God. Read the Bible daily. Listen to godly podcasts. There's Girls Gone Bible, George Jenko. There's Bryce Crawford, I believe his name is, Cliff. There's Johnny Chang. All great guys and girls that teach about the teachings of God and the Bible and how to stay close to God. Go to church often as you can. Elevation Church is online if you can't make it in. Elevation with Steve Furtick. Amazing. And try your best to live life without sin. Now, we're all born sinners. We know that we're going to sin every day. I probably sinned once or twice today, and I'm always aware of my sins when they come. I try to get better to not do those sins when they come. One thing for me that I'm trying to stop doing is swearing when I talk. I don't want to swear. I probably swore sometimes in this video already, and I'm trying to get better at it. And I want to walk in God's image and less in mine. I want to be able to see the world better through God's heart and less through my eyes. My eyes, my thoughts, that comes from the enemy. This right here, the heart, that comes from Scripture. Those 3 things are what I did when I was on my journey to becoming a firefighter, and what stopped me from quitting multiple times when I was going there. Now, whatever you do, write down in the comments what you're doing right now to keep yourself in motion, to keep going, because the worst thing you can do is quit. And that's when the enemy takes over. That's when the enemy has won, because he's fully discouraged you and distracted you with women, drugs, alcohol, any vices that us men tend to go into. And maybe it's just doubt. Maybe it's just, bro, this is not for you. You weren't supposed to make it. You're running out of money. You're running out of time. You're too old to accomplish this dream. And he pushes you away until you fall off and you just go back to the old life that you had. That's the worst thing that could ever happen to you. I love you guys. I pray that you keep going strong. If you need any help on staying motivated, reach out to me, DM me on Instagram. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to make sure everyone who watches this video gets hired. Like I said, hit the like and subscribe button down below. When you like this video, it gets sent out to more people who are struggling and that want to quit. So someone like you will see this video if you hit the like button. Someone else will see it, one more person, and you'll help them not quit. You can pay this forward. And that's my mission right now, to help as many aspiring firefighters not quit and to get hired. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you. I love you all. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Woo!